Back to our runway series, we're talking about arms on the runway. The first thing we want to think about is our posture. I like to imagine a string is pulling from the top of my head like I'm a little puppet ballerina, and I am standing up very tall and elongating that neck as much as possible. And I like to roll my shoulders back and then drop them so they look a little relaxed. We don't want them to look too stiff and pulled back like this. We want them to look relaxed, but you still want to have that very upright posture. When you're walking down the runway, you want your arms to move the way they naturally move when you're walking down the street. So the opposite arm goes with the opposite leg, and they should only be moving a little bit past your body, about this much. It shouldn't be swinging movements, and you want to avoid crossing in the front of your body because it's blocking the clothing and it's very distracting and it just makes your walk look sloppy, in my opinion. So I try and avoid that. I go with two ways, either on your side, parallel to your body, like this, the same way you do when you're walking, or you're going to kind of bring them back a little bit as you walk and let them sway a little more diagonally. Imagine that I have something coming out of the back of my body, right where the spine is, and I'm trying to hit it, this imaginary line with my arms. So imagine this is that imaginary line, and I would be hitting it with my arms as I walk. So instead of going parallel, they're going just a little bit diagonal, and it just gives, I think, a really nice sass to your walk. We are avoiding any type of circles. We don't really need it to feel like a dance class or a performance. We don't need this circle. We need you to just naturally lift that arm up, or you could pull it backwards on it, or you could do one hand at a time. We also want to avoid any hands on the head. We are not posing at an editorial photo shoot. We do not need to be throwing our hands up unless specifically requested. They should only be down or on your waist. I like to avoid the hips because I feel like it just makes you look very wide and doesn't allow for your elbows to go back as far. When your hands are on your waist, your elbows are able to go back, and it really creates a nice shape, whereas this looks kind of awkward.